Hey, Death Call. How's it going? Thanks for stopping by. Oh. Don't think you've seen this board before, but I finally got this yesterday. So it's called the Smith and Rune Iron165. Check this out. Been waiting a very long time for this, but it's finally here. Looks good. All the ammo was good, quality wise. So that's what I'm gonna be building tonight. The first thing we gotta do is get some stabs lubed up. Hey, Cross. Thanks for stopping by. Wow, I haven't built a 65% in a while. Forgot how many stabs I needed. This guy is my Iron165 that showed up yesterday. It been waiting, jeez, February of 21 is when I ordered this. Hey, Bromir, thanks. I appreciate it. This isn't going to be staying this... Yeah, this isn't going to be staying this color for too long. I've got a brass weight that's going to replace this, as well as the badge up here in the right corner is going to be in brass. And I'm hoping to get the copper one in badge as well. Oh, can you guys hear the music all right, or is it too quiet, loud? Huh. Oh well, like I said, scuff stream. Ah, okay, yeah, it was too quiet. All right. So these are the stabs that help the keys that are larger than 1U return back to normal. And you gotta lube them to make them nice and smooth and sound good. This is the one boring, tedious part of building a keyboard, but very important. But how's yeah, it's there's a few little processes, but it's nothing too insane. A lot of fun, at least for me anyways. Let's see. So the thing that sucked about, or why it took so long to get the board, well, always, obviously with all the COVID, shut down a lot of factories in China when things were getting done. It actually looked like the Canadians were our shipment was going to be going out first, and it actually missed one of the lockdowns. But once the ship hit the port of Vancouver, they're so far behind because of that flood that happened last fall that they were in the port for just over a month before they got sent on a train to go to Manitoba. Wow. 7 people. Well, that's... Yeah, and then once we got them in, or they were in Manitoba, there was a issue that very few had the screws torqued too much, and so people weren't able to open up their cases. And so with the other 2 buys that happened, those boards went to the people first, and then we started finding out about those. The company that I bought the board from, part of their quality control, they decided to check all the boards to see if any had that issue. They said they found very few that did, but it just added a ton of time in getting the boards out to people. So that was another, I think, 3, almost 4 weeks from when they first arrived there. But have it now, super happy with it. Just going to try and figure out what color I want to change it to. And then that will be another ordeal. And then, so let's see what else. Hey, Cookie. Thanks for stopping by. Let's see. I wasn't sure what caps I wanted to use. So, but finally decided I'm using a set called Dracula. It should look pretty sweet. No. Anyway, oh yeah, did you like that video? Yeah, it's pretty neat. I really like the fact that you can use that PCB and put it into other cases, so there's a lot of options, and then being able to set the distance for the switches when they actuate and all that is really, really cool. Definitely beats any of the other gaming pre-builts that are out there. Yeah, Brian's videos are great. I am very yeah, no, it's sweet to see what he does. Yeah, that would be a huge difference between the two. And I I can't remember how well the switches are, or what, I think they're, what this, like, weight of them were, but they should feel pretty nice, and I'm not sure if you can lube them or not. Could ask Brian, because he'll know. Okay. So I'm using a... Hey, Pi, thanks for coming in. The stuff I'm using right now is called BDZ. It's a grease, and it works better than the like lighter lube that I used for the housings. This stuff will tend to stay put, and I like it. Some people don't. They say they have to go back and like retune them or something, but I haven't had that issue, so I'm sticking with it. Yeah, but oh, it is messy stuff to deal with. Oh. Was kind of cool today when I made a stop on the way home to get another boom arm so I could put my camera from a top down like this instead of from the side. And I'd never gone to this shop before, and it just happened that one of my old coworkers is working there. So that was a cool, pleasant surprise. But no discount, sadly. Oh, come on. You are going to be difficult. Aha. Oop. Next one. Aha. One down. Ah, no worries. These little ones go under the shift, enter, and backspace on a 65%. And again, the bane of putting a board together. And very, very, very messy. Oh, nice. What you getting for food? Nice. Always good. Yeah, I haven't broken anything yet, which is lucky. Yeah, it's actually kind of like Lego. Just, you have to wait over a year for parts. The group buy model. Oh, speaking of Lego, did you see that by chance that Optimus Prime that can change, that you can actually transform? It looks crazy. Kind of want it, but I also like buying keyboards. think someone in one of the servers I'm in actually did end up buying it. I'm just waiting for pictures of it. Oh, okay. So these stabs are called, the brand is called PX. And they have become my favorite ones. Because they're pretty cheap compared to some of the other ones for me, and very easy and fast to tune, which is really good. Because all stabs are good, it just depends on how much it takes to get them there. And as long as you can tune a stab good, you'll have good stabs. But these ones, I just find, tend to go super fast, and I never get any of the ticking issues that a lot of people can get, or you can get. So they have been my go-to since I've been able to get them. And I'm almost out. So hopefully another restock happens up in Canada. But who knows? One of the only issues up here is how much shipping is getting. Oh, actually. So the board I have in front of me here is called the Charon by Charu Studios or Design. I can't remember the full name, but it's pretty cool. I'll have to show you guys the weight on the back because I did a bit of patina work on it, and it looks pretty. It looks nice, and it's getting darker the longer I leave it alone. So this part always hurts the fingers. All right, almost done. So yeah, for a lot of keyboards, like the pre-built ones, if you went in and actually like lubed the stabs a bit, maybe even the switches, if like it's hot swap, stuff like that would drastically improve the feeling of that. Right, so those are done for that part. Now, hey Matt, how's it going? Merc, you're here too. Sweet, thanks for stopping by, guys. For coming in on a Friday night. Hope everybody's Friday's doing well. Nothing major going on. Oh, and you'll be happy, Merc. Stabs are almost finished being lubed. I don't actually know what BBD is. What is it? Ah, that. No, I haven't. I haven't actually played that. Watched it. But not really a game for myself. I more prefer shooters, COD. I play a little Apex. Stuff like that. And Division. There's been a group of us. We're playing a ton. Well, not as much last little bit, but we have been playing a fair bit of Division too since the new season kicked off. It's been fun. Let's see. I swear this will get more interesting when I start soldering and putting the board together, but this is just the necessary step to get there. I don't know. Anybody got any decent plans for the weekend? Yep. That it is. Yeah. I'd be down for doing a run or two myself on Saturday if hopefully I should be home by then. But definitely if you guys end up needing a 6, let me know, because I can jump on for sure. Heck, even Sunday if people wanted to get in some. Come on. Ah. So close. There, Mark. Done. And it's only been 25 minutes since I started streaming. Okay. That's not where. It's over here. Nice. Sorry about Cookie killing me, OCD. Yeah, OCD for power washing is actually probably good. So yeah, so check this weight out. So I what was it? I started I cleaned it with a cleaning solution, and then I did a bunch of heat. I used a blowtorch and got it nice and hot, and it so kind of got that rainbow kind of oil spill look to it. And then the boat is made out of brass, and then so this whole deal with this keyboard was the boatman crossing the river Styx, take your body to the afterlife, or your soul, I guess. So the whole like mythology of the board was one of the reasons I wanted it. Plus this weight just looks amazing. I actually have a second one that I've been working on. I think it's going to look pretty sweet too. Hey, thank you. Actually, do I even need... I am gonna just hook this up for now. I don't really need... Alright, so... now we can get to the fun stuff. So again, for anybody who wasn't here before, here's the Iron165 round 2. Well, that's why you know me, Death Call. I can help you out and figure out what you want and go from there. And so again, that's the back. So the company's called Smith and Rune, and that's their logo. Actually, Merc, I think I sent your trays back a day too soon. I should have kept it around so I could use it. Oh well. I'm glad. I want you to see it. They look so nice. Pictures can't do them justice. You're very welcome, Merc. My pleasure. Yeah, we can probably actually get something made up for you. I actually have the molding stuff. I just have to see how difficult it is to make the logo into clay. But it is something that could happen. Yeah, it was. Oh, yeah, it was pretty dang hot in the warehouse all day. Very sweaty, very hot. Oh, that's cool. So, this is a gasket mount keyboard, which means the PCB is sandwiched between the top and bottom case with these gaskets made of Poron, and so makes it soft and makes it so it can compress, but you also get some give to them, which is nice. But then you just have to put them onto board. They're not okay. Well, that's I thought they'd be the same length as the channel, but I guess they're not. Oh well. At least there's more forgiving. And much nicer spacing on these than some of the boards I've seen. The channel is sometimes too thin for the gaskets. You gotta like squish them to make sure they're not over the edge. And the good thing is, I did test my PCBs yesterday, so don't have to do that now. Just straight up good to go and build. Oh. Funny story, this, I was almost content with keyboards. I wasn't going to get anything else. Wasn't planning on it. And then randomly, I saw the night before that they were doing the raffle for the round 2 of these boards. And I always wanted one of the first ones, but they were going for like $2,000 or more at the time because there wasn't very many made, and there's no way I was paying that much. So this is, for the people that don't know, this is the daughter board, which is the USB type C connector, and you actually mount this to the board, and then it uses a cable like this to connect to the PCB. Makes it so you can have a lot of movement with the PCB, and you don't have to worry about breaking your USB connector off the PCB, or USB connector off the PCB. Ugh, too many letters. No. Just need the right screw attachment. Was a little annoyed. I got 2 of these daughter boards, but only 1 set of screws. That wasn't. Oh, they're actually. Oh, okay, cool. Didn't think for that, but all right. The other one, it wasn't that, I don't think. This is the right one. Oh yeah, Merc. I hope we both can this time. Oh, that would be so sweet. At least there's another chance for them. But shipping was already bad from the States to some up here from 1 or 2 of the people that I saw that they posted how much shipping was, and not looking forward to seeing how much it is from that place, because that one's overseas. But at least it's not region locked, so that's nice. Ah. Helps when you have the right size screw bit in the driver. Oh, tweezers are some of your best tools when building keyboards. Oh, I should have thought of that before. Need this for a bit. And you put the other set on this side. they definitely made these deeper than last time, which is good. They did say they made some quality of life improvements between the first round and this. Oh, Merc. I had another person just randomly message me after seeing one of the couple of the pictures I posted of the frog. He saw them on Apex? Yeah, on Apex's Discord. And he messaged me like asking me where I got my Cerakote. And I was pretty sure he was meaning where I got my work done. And so, but I responded with, oh, I get it directly from Cerakote.com. And he was a little confused. He's like, oh, wait a minute, you actually do it? And he was started asking a bunch of questions because he's been looking for a person that was doing it. And he's actually in Canada too. So that's actually the second person that has contacted me and has actually been from Canada. So if I once I get comfortable and will actually start charging people for my work, and like taking people that I don't know work is what I mean. I'd let them know. So that will be pretty neat. And then he also I think both of the people that I was talking, they're actually gonna be at the meet that's happening next month in Toronto, which is gonna be sweet. So hopefully I'll be I'm gonna bring a couple of my boards that I get done, and really hope I get that F1 done. I'm gonna be doing a bit of it tomorrow, so hopefully I'll have that finally finished this weekend, and so I can put it back together. Oh, I haven't used my F1 in like over a month now. Feels weird. Okay, so we're done with those. I'll just make it all nice afterwards. All right, now we can start soldering. The fun part of building. Well, here's the PCB. Looks pretty sweet. Has nice flex cuts there, so you actually get a decent amount of give to them, so really nice. And then Smith & Rune has all the stuff done to it, all the labels. I like it. And then this is the FR4 half plate that I am going to be using to the board. I like them. I like the give that and like flex and bounce that it gives to the PCB. I have one in my larger version of the Iron165, the 180, and it made it my like favorite board when I actually did the changeover. And then switches. These are the switches I've got. They're called creamsicles. They're I made these very, very long time ago. It's a Franken switch. So it's got a tangerine housing, which is the orange, and then you have a novel keys cream stem, and they're supposed to be very, very, very smooth. But I made these probably well over a year ago, and I just have not used them. I was waiting for this board to use them in, so I'm super happy to use these and try them out. First, we got to put on the stabs, because you can't do that once your plate's on. Amateur. I mean, if you saw the stabs, that was kind of quick and amateurish, but it's all good. So, first 7 okay, 7. Okay, so it's that one. All right. So these are clip-in stabs. So some stabs you need to, they're screw-in. These ones are clip-in. So they just clip in right at the bottom there. And then right shift. This is always the part where fingers get full of lube. There you go. Ah, here's the amateur lube job. It gets all over your hand. On. Aha. Won't defeat me. Enter. Boy, I actually hope these are the right ones. And backspace. All right. Now on the back side, and what this pinwheel is, has these stoppers that you put in between the pins, so they don't they can't pop out on you when you're hitting the keys hard. But they are also a pain to put in sometimes. Okay. And tweezers are your friends. I will say though, it was so hard not to just build this last night, even though I wanted to stream it. Pretty sure that's one of the reasons why I had horrible night's sleep. Aha. And also made the workday feel super long for the second day in a row. But hey, now we're here and we're building. And one more. Okay. Is the music at a good volume, or is it too loud, or yeah, Spaz, it's a 65. Same as the one up top. Cool, cool, cool. Yeah. And a good shout out to Pi. She helped me late last night, made sure that things were all right. So thank you, Pi. All right, now I need to get some keys to make sure that these don't rattle. That there. All right. Space. All right. Little ping, but not scratchy, so that's good. Good enough for right now. Wait, no, take these out. All right. Yeah, almost. They just need some yellow, and they definitely would be. Oh, guys, check this out. I got this yesterday too. It's an artisan tray that holds everything. Merc actually won it for me, and then I was going to do some Cerakoting to it, but it's a 1 of 25, and I actually like the color, and I'm like, I don't think I should change the color of this one. It's actually really nice. But now I got to fill it up with the other artisans, and that is going to not be fun on the wallet. Okay. Oh wow, 10 viewers. Oh. Again, thanks everybody for showing up. This is the first stream I'm doing. Hopefully we'll do some more at some point, but thanks very much for showing up. I expected maybe a handful. So, very cool. All right, so now gotta get the PCB in here. Yep, gonna need this. One good thing about no plate foam, I can actually use my switch fork. This makes putting switches much, much, much easier. This was actually also made by a guy here in Canada who was 3D printing them. Let's do this smart. Let's start up here. Oh, Merc, were your kids happy you were home? Let's see. Oh, nice. That's good. They miss their dad. That's good. Good. Uh-oh. Okay. What is this one? I can never remember this. Right. Inside. When you're doing 7U. So there's two common ways for, or two common space bars for custom keyboards. 6.25 and 7U. And when you do that, the keys that are next to them, it depends on which size space bar. So always double check. Most boards lately seem to put the number next to which sockets to put them in. I remember when I built my first board, I didn't know, messed it up, had to desolder without a solder gun because I was very impatient and I didn't have everything I wanted or needed to build, like the hand solder pump, desolder pump. And that was an experience to get that working. Huh. The thing with these switches, when I had to take them apart to lube them and then put them back together, these housings are actually pretty fragile, and I broke a bunch of them because the board that I had them in before had a super small, very tight plate, and it just would eat up the switches. So hopefully, I think I counted and I should have enough here, but some of the pins or the legs that clamp them together are they got overextended, and so they don't have a ton of clamping force. So can't fit them in the plate in some spots. So the one downside to a half plate is it just adds a little bit of time to the soldering of your switches, because you got to do one pin at a time, and then you have to go back and reflow that socket, push down on it, make sure that you get the switches lined up. But the good thing is, this PCB, the pinholes for the switches are actually pretty tight, so I might not have that big of an issue, which would be amazing, because the less I have to go back and fix and re-straighten will make life easier. I am hoping that in the near future, actually going to be building my space into an actual office workshop area, and I will be able to get some better lighting and everything, and hopefully then get a second camera so that can also have a face cam in the future. Glad this year that wood prices have started to come down and everything, so hopefully it won't actually be as expensive. It was getting so bad up here that it was actually like almost more cost effective to use metal studs and metal 2x4 stuff to build the walls and the frames than actual 2x4. All right, perfect. Oh sweet, and actually have some spares. I wasn't sure if I was actually going to actually have some extras. These bags are great. It's called the Peach Bag. Oh yeah, building a deck last year. Oh man. Oh. Anyways, very nice. Very I love using these to store my switches. It's a lot better than having hard containers for them. Takes up way less room. All right, so now fun time to solder. Always important. Solder some of the corners and push the switches in to get them as close to the plate and PCB that you can, so you get good fitment. That's going to be an issue. All right, whatever. With that later comes undone. That's the whole top row. All right. I took Dracula off of the frog. It's just, it's the only real set that I have that will match well, I think. And this is going to be living on my desk for probably a good while, so figured I can take Dracula away. Oh, whoops, actually this is when I need to take this away. So it's also very important when you're soldering in the house, you want to have some kind of filter for the solder smoke. I made this one out of replacement filters for another fan filter thing. And then I just used a old PC fan, hardwired it, USB port, and yeah, works pretty well. Right. At least this isn't a TKL, so it shouldn't take too long to solder, as long as the alphas go in, stay straight when I'm soldering. Again, here I'm soldering the 4 corners in just to kind of set the plate and the PCB together, so hopefully keeps everything else nice and straight. Yeah, for sure, Mark. Ugh. This seems not as hot as it normally is. It is. Okay. That was weird. Okay. Let's see, which one do I want to decide? Let's just start with that as well. Okay. Basically, you want to just, you hold your iron to the socket and the stem of the switch for a couple seconds, let everything get hot, then you flow in some solder, and then you leave it for a couple seconds. After that, wait more. Yeah, so I don't know how well you'll be able to see this, but what you're trying to do is you're trying to get like a pyramid instead of like a big glob of something. Yeah, of course not. Did I focus or not? Let's see. Oh. Either way. Maybe it worked, maybe it didn't. I've got to mess with my camera a bit, figure out how to make this all look a lot nicer. Yeah, basically, that's what you're looking for. A cone. That was the word I was looking for. That one's fully in there. Ugh. I was so glad that I was actually building USB custom cables for a little while. Because if I was just... when I was just starting building keyboards, I wasn't sure if I was going to be wanting to make a bunch of them or whatever. So I was just going to get like a basic Home Depot solder iron, one that has no temperature control, nothing like that. But then once I wanted to make custom cables, I figured I need to get a actual nice temperature controlled solder iron, and this has been one of the best like $200 purchases I've made. I've been able to fix so many things that you would have just had to throw away. Like there was this picture frame that my mom had that had some lights built into the bezel, and the wire that connected to the power supply got ripped out of the socket, and I was able to just cut the wire, redo it, and got it back up and working again. Yeah, some of the cordless ones have gotten actually pretty good. I forget, there's a really popular one with keyboard builders. I forget who makes it. I was thinking about getting it when I was looking at solder irons, but so many people recommended the Hako, and so I'm very glad I went with that. The cable's super nice that goes from the power base to the iron. It doesn't weigh very much, so it's very easily movable and maneuverable. I've used this a ton in the past almost 3 years. And haven't had an issue. I haven't had to change a tip. It's just a workhorse and it just works. So I'm very happy with it. The other super nice thing was buying no clean solder. It doesn't splash. It doesn't pop at you like the cheaper stuff does. 'Cause I built a handful of boards with the cheaper stuff, and it works completely fine. There's no performance difference between the two solders, other than for keyboards anyways. For more finer stuff, yeah, probably makes a better connection of some sort. But for keyboards, the cheap stuff's fine. You just end up with a bunch of splatter that you gotta clean at the end. And this stuff you don't, so I love it. It's well worth the money. And I've rebuilt a bunch of PCBs and everything, and I haven't had to buy a new spool of it yet, so comes in, they sell it by the pound. Good, good, good. Spot. Did spend a little too much time at that music shop today. I was looking at stuff that I hadn't seen in a while, or in a very long time since I used to play guitar. And don't know what came over me, but I was like, you know what? I'm gonna buy a new set of strings for my guitar. So now I gotta redo that and hopefully see if I can still actually play or not. Yeah, but that's effort. And you gotta love the... Come on. Gotta listen. You gotta love the fan pack. And I was cheap. I didn't want to buy one. Because I put this thing together for about $8 where the one actual one that I was looking at cost 50. Actually, yeah, it did cost $50. These are the replacement filters for it. I'm like, oh well, this has to be just as good, right? It's the same filters. Ah, sweet. No worries, Deathclaw. I will still be here for a while. The only thing you do have to be careful of, make sure that you get it into the holder, because if not, I'm gonna wreck my desk mat. A lot of people have done that. One of the reasons why I actually use this old Razer desk pad that I have, and then also this piece of foam. Nice. Okay. This everything? No, these ones. Okay. Right. Right, so make sure. Always a good idea to just keep pushing down your switches. Alright, I will catch you later when you're back. Only smoke, no tea this time? CB, nice. Alright, so now I think that's everything but the alphas. Yep, alright. So just push these down real fast again. Hey, yeah, at least. I don't want a chance now. Trying to decide if I actually want a chance, not just soldering them or actually doing it the correct way. I'm gonna do it the correct way. So what I'm doing here is I am soldering only one pin of every switch, just to get them settled in, and then I'm going to kind of reflow it and push on it from the other side, make sure they get as straight as I can possibly get them, so when I put the keys on, it doesn't look all wonky. I remember I watched someone do a completely plateless build, and he didn't do that, whether he didn't know about that trick or what. So when he put the keycaps on, it was bad. They went every which direction, and it was just it was sad because it was a very, very nice board that he was building. But I'm actually a little amazed nothing's blown up. I think there was a glitch, one or two glitches I saw on the stream froze or something. I am thinking I might try, lost my train of thought. Oh, one thing I might try and do, depending on how, for the connection and everything, I might try and maybe do a stream sometime of me actually Cerakoting stuff, just to see if anyone might actually find that interesting. Just because that's something, granted I haven't really looked to see if anybody's done that or doing it. Just something a little, maybe a bit different. And the cool thing would be, or when, if I start doing more and more Cerakote jobs, is when I put them back together before I ship them back off, I could start streaming just to show what the jobs look like and putting it all together. And who knows, if someone needs to have a board built or whatnot and they send an not finished or an unbuilt board and also want it built, might get a chance to try out some different boards so I don't have to keep buying everything. I keep telling myself, oh, you'll sell a board or two. Hasn't happened yet. No idea when it's going to. Though the one I am getting rid of one board. I have a friend in South Korea that helped me got some weights for my
F1 8X or 88, that you actually have to be in Korea to buy. And so there was going to be the last drop of them, and I talked to him, and he was willing to try and get them for me, and he did. He was able to get a pair of weights for me, which is amazing, because the other option, which was sweet, that Merc, when he's back in chat, he found somebody in the Philippines that were making their own weights for it, and but they were going to be very, very expensive. They were like almost 3 times as much as what the ones actually from Gion made. And so because of that, I was super happy, and he's actually not letting me pay for them because he was here in Canada 3-ish years ago, I guess now. Because he came, because we were doing some work for their company, and they wanted to come to show what needed to be done. He had never been to Canada before. Actually, he had said he had never been to outside of Korea. And so I invited him and the other guy who was with him to come out to my house on one of the weekends, and I cooked them barbecue and showed them around a bit. And they had never seen anything like close to what we got out here for like land and like open space, and stuff like that. So it was very cool, and very cool to hear from them about like what life was like in Korea and all that. And so we've stayed in touch over the years. And then so now I'm going to actually send him one of the first boards I got that I don't use anymore, and I won't use because it's the Novel Keys NK65, which is a hot swap board. It's a good board for what does. Oh no, Merc, he doesn't know that he's getting it. I'm just going to be like, here, I have something to send to you, and so I'm going to send that to him as a thank you. Oh, he's not. He is asleep right now. He'll be up for work. Actually, no, he's probably just gotten up for work. Usually, if we ever send each other messages, it's usually when I wake up and then when he wakes up, because we've got the phones right by us. And I never told him anything about where I might even be streaming. Alright, so we got that. That should be good. So we're almost done with soldering. But anyway, so yeah, so he's like, oh, well, thank you for the hospitality, and you showed me around and all that, so please accept it as a gift. And so I'm going to do that, because even if I wanted to send him money, he wouldn't accept it anyway, so there's no point in... I'd end up losing money even when I got the money back. So I'm going to send him a keyboard. I just need to get some keycaps for it. I've got some old switches I'm going to throw in it, so don't have to worry about that. Don't like that one. Oh, Merc, is the only the half plate that you use, that was with a hot swap board, right? The other thing I like about just having this small small fan is it's much easier to move around than the larger units that there are. Oh, it was. Did you solder it, or what? Did it come like that? I don't remember you telling me that. Ah, fair enough. Cool, cool, cool. You just didn't like it, huh? So close, so close. Okay. I always think, whenever I'm soldering, I always think of those old YouTube videos by Blendtech, when they would just like blend iPhones, glass, batteries, just all the stuff you shouldn't blend, just to show off how nice their blenders are. And the guy, whenever he opens it up, goes, "Oh, whatever the thing was, like, oh, iPhone dust, don't breathe this." That always just comes to mind when I'm soldering. Will it blend? Thank you. That's what it's called. But I will tell you, whenever I do actually end up wanting or needing to buy a high-end blender, I'm getting one of those, because, I mean, hell, it will blend a rake. You can just push it down, and it just will chew the crap out of it. Okay, that might be it. Nope, I missed a couple. Of course. Again, always good to make sure you've soldered all the switches. I have caught myself a couple times where I've missed one, and then I'll put it all together, bolt the case up, plug it in, and switches no work. That's fun. Building a new board, just super happy with it, all this, and you go, oh, I'll get the keycaps all on, case all done up, and bam, your spacebar won't work. Just a pen. Alright, I think we're good to go. Hey, Misfire! How's it going? Just finished up the soldering. Oh god. That could have been bad. Oh. And just double check this. All right. This. Turn this off. Okay. Ah, right. And right. So now plug these in. Right, there's no channel this time. I'm glad they did give us a nice longer cable, so shouldn't be too much of an issue when you're trying to plug it in. And trying to clamp it all together. I really should have left this plugged in when I screwed down the solder board. Oh, this is super exciting. Oh, I've been waiting for this board for so long. Oh, that's satisfying. Actually, West Loop, Spaz, it was too slippery. Oh, I do wonder if this is going to have the same acoustic thing that was happening with the 180s. Where you don't tighten the screws all the way down. Because it would cause case ping. Bad. Well, that's why they have microfibers, Merc. And it's not going to be staying black forever, so meh. Yeah, it does look nice. I was kind of like starting to be like, oh, I wish I had actually gone for the teal, but the graphite's nice. And hopefully, I got a shipping notification yesterday for my brass weight and badge, and my carbon fiber, my other carbon fiber plate are in the mail. So I will be building another PCB probably next week. All just tight enough. Nice and flush. Good, good. I'm just gonna do what I do with my 180. Just do like 1/8 of a turn off. It just relieves some of the pressure. And then to make Merc happy, just for you, Merc. Ooh, that's looking good. Hey, fun time keycaps. This set is called Dracula. The color scheme's based on an old game. Was the game called Dracula? I can't remember the story to it. But it uses its colors. And I think at the moment it is still... Has it taken the... Was it the longest from when the group buy happened to when it actually went or got to people? I can't remember. Ah, Nord's going to take the cake. Fair enough. But I'm going to end up having yeah, no, that would be it. That would take longer. I actually got in on round 2 of Dracula because I missed the extras the first time, but then Omnitype did that from the vault sale, and I just said screw it and picked it up because it's one of my favorite sets, and who knows when round 2 will actually show up. At least it shouldn't need color matching. I was originally I was hoping to have it in time, red line put on it, because I think that'll look pretty sick with the graphite. That should be, yeah, I think saying it should come out in Q4, so that would be nice. Because that will go on this. You can actually put pretty much any, what is it? Memory foam. Why the hell do I want to say memory foam? Membrane computer or keyboard. I've seen people put them in dishwashers before. I think Linus did that for one of the, for when he was going to some of his employees' houses for videos. There was a guy who had a bunch of old membrane keyboards that were ridiculously dirty, tons of cat hair and all that stuff, and they just threw the 3 of them into a dishwasher. And they still worked after they dried. Small shelf there. Oh, why can't I remember what Ow, let's see if I picked the right ones. Nope, never mind. That's not right. Yeah, let's use this one for over here. Oh, whoops, right. Those. Oh, I wish I had some artisans for this. Okay. Oh,
Okay, this makes me happy. Or what was that thing that was out a couple years ago? Does this bring joy? This definitely brings joy. Ooh. Ooh. This has some good bounce. I like this. Sure. All the keys are pushed down. Thank you, thank you. That looks pretty nice. Alright. Now we'll mute the music here. Bring the mic a little closer. And then hopefully this sounds good. Hey, Book. Thanks for stopping by. May have overlubed those stabs a little bit. A little mushy sounding. Wow, these creamsicle switches are a lot quieter than I thought they were going to be. What? Yeah, it's super smooth. Thank you, Cross. They sound nice. Quiet. Yeah, I gotta work on that space, or the backspace is decent. Enter and shift. I gotta do. Oh dear. Oh, death call. Well, lucky for you, there is a huge amount of typing tests on YouTube for you. Now I guess might as well see if this thing actually works. Hey, look at that. I didn't set up a scene for my desktop or anything, so unfortunately you guys don't get to see the test matrix. Uh-oh. Well. Alright. We got that going. My shift key isn't working, so maybe it's a dead switch. Well, let's take it apart and see what happened. Knowing my luck, even though I thought I double-checked all of the joints, I probably missed that one.
I really wish this had a magnetic tip. It happens. Every once in a while, a switch will just not work. And considering how janky these ones were when the last time or when I built them as creamsicles, I'm actually amazed all of them are working. This off here. Okay, so shift this. Nope, I soldered it. It might just be a dead switch. Womp womp. No, I'm not gonna bust out the... I'm not gonna bust out the 301 for this. Only one switch. And it's this one. Okay. So this is a hand pump, desolder pump. Not as nice as the soldering, the big solder gun that I've got when I'm fully desoldering a board. Multiple switches. It's too much of a hassle to bust out for one switch. Oh, you guys should check this out. If you guys haven't seen this, this is a titanium switch puller. It's got the shape of a bear, but this thing is the best thing I've ever got or tried for pulling out switches. Yeah, they work. I don't know how well they would work for switches. Once I get this working, I will show you what the thing I'm talking about, Spaz. It's crazy, but it's one of the best purchases. A person who builds quite a bit of boards. It changes how you it just changes how you do things. Makes every board a hot swap almost, because it takes almost no time to yeah. Like I said, I'll show it to you real quick once I get this stitch 'em awaited. Okay, so Here's hoping this one works. Hey, it works. Perfect. Yep, just a dead switch. Not bad. Only have to take it apart once. I can work with that. Oh, I can't believe I still got an iron. I think there was only 175 of these came to Canada, with 25 for extras, or to fix any that got damaged or whatnot. Oh, I'm glad you're liking it, Death Call. Hopefully I'll keep doing this. It's been fun, actually. I've been looking for some kind of outlet to just make things better, because work is, well, work and not fun and all that, but this is nice, relaxing, and really enjoying the Cerakoting. It has made actually doing stuff that works or looks good and actually being productive with, and you're building something, you're making something new. So I've been loving that. Yep. Maybe I'll stream some games too, who knows. Oh, that bounce is nice. I can kind of, I don't know, I'll try and zoom in and see. You guys can actually see the keys actually moving up and down. That's one of the reasons why I love half plates. Alright, do y'all want to hear one more sound test before I log off? Yeah, I like I don't like a super stiff typing experience. I actually really like I like having a bit of bounce. It I don't know, it's just something I like. I mean, that's the biggest thing with keyboards, is you can make the same, two people can have the same board, but they will sound and feel completely different. It all just comes down to the person who's building it. Yeah, no, exactly. That's exactly it. So, alright, well, whatever. One more sound test and then I'm going to kick it.
that shift needs some work. I don't know what's going on with it. It's really kind of mushy. Alright. Well, again, thank you all for joining me tonight. That was a lot more people than I actually expected to come in. I guess y'all have a good night. I'll talk to some of you later. Thank you, Deathcall. You all have a good weekend. Enjoy it. Get some sun if you can. And yeah, see you at the next one. Later.